you an expert in your field, or do you provide professional services and consultation? Do you have knowledge that someone would be willing to pay for? Do you know how to monetize that knowledge and turn it into a sustainable online business? You're not alone. Many professionals find it challenging to create a profitable online business around their expertise. But now, there's a solution. Subscribe to the Customer Skills Consultation app waitlist and download the Knowledge Monetization Toolkit packed with practical strategies and real-world examples that will help you monetize your skills, knowledge, and create a sustainable online income. Whether you're a coach, consultant, author, speaker, teacher, or any other type of expert, this ebook will give you the tools and guidance you need to succeed. Don't wait any longer to monetize your knowledge. Join our waitlist now and take the first step towards creating a sustainable online income. Visit www.cashmyskills.com.
My name is Iyabo Umar Lawal, and my title at Join Momentum is Senior Scrum Master / Delivery Lead. Just to give a bit of background, I resigned the year COVID happened. I resigned from my full-time work the year COVID happened. So as you can imagine, I was now, of course, I had a health challenge, and that took some time, and I was looking for a way to get back into working full time. And of course, everywhere, everybody, every organization was doing remote. At the time, I didn't even hear a lot about hybrid roles. It was remote working. So one of the greatest influences Join Momentum had on me professionally was it was the first place that actually exposed me to all of the tools required to work efficiently in a remote role, because we were working 100% remotely. Because before then it was absolutely alien to me. So, I learned a lot of new tools. I recall one of my very first sessions. I think we were trying to come up with a document on a Scrum call. And I was really struggling, like, okay, are they going to hear me? Are they going to see me? Are they going to, but yeah, I eventually came over that. And yes, so that has been a very positive influence on me professionally. Join Momentum is a safe, non-judgmental, warm, friendly, homely environment. It encourages continuous learning. Of course, we go through a lot of changes, but the culture there is so friendly. It's so warm. I can't even stress it enough. I'm always excited. I'm always looking forward to the next day. It's intense though. There's a lot of work to do. You have to, get going. We have meetings. You put yourself on different projects. You have your deliverables. We have our Scrum calls, our daily Scrum calls, and we have the main ones on Fridays. So where you have to present as Scrum Masters. So even with all of that, they really do have a fantastic, friendly, warm culture that encourages continuous learning, allows you to make mistakes in a safe environment. I mean, one of the things I learned in my experience was progress over perfection, because I'm very, very methodical. I like everything to be pam, to be done to the T before I even proceed. But I learned in Join Momentum that, look, progress over perfection is the name of the game. And of course, another thing that is very instructive at Join Momentum is that rewards and recognitions are given. I remember when I was awarded the nominated leader, I really felt very good, because of course, working remotely, you're not seeing your team members, you're not seeing everybody. You can almost feel, well, you're doing your best, but maybe it's being seen, maybe it's not being felt. Maybe the impact is not being felt on your team members. You're not sure unless you actually put in some things in place to measure, or just know to yourself that I put my best in every day. So I was very, very, very excited about that. And that's one of the things I like about Join Momentum. A typical day at Join Momentum starts with daily Scrum calls, which usually take about an hour. Well, it actually depends. Sometimes it's just 30 minutes. Sometimes it could stretch for a bit. Then you go into project meetings, maybe for about 2 hours. Then you and another team member may be working on something, and you have another session later. You could be working on a presentation, requesting feedback from team members, trying to make sure that you remove any blockers, checking on other team members to make sure that they're not keeping quiet even if they're struggling. Yeah, and then before you know it, the whole day is over. And then of course by before the end of the week, you then start to prepare your presentation at the main meeting that we have on Fridays. So yeah, there's tracking, nobody's going to hound you, so you have to be self-disciplined to follow your own progress and also volunteer for stretch roles. For someone considering Join Momentum as an organization now, and really depends on what your reasons are, be clear on what your reasons are. But honestly, they're the best out there in the market. You would get hands-on 100% project work. You would get learning. I came in as a seasoned professional, so work experience wasn't my challenge. Actually had over almost 20 years work experience with IT experience when I joined. But even at that, I still was able to work on very, very, very fantastic, very interesting, very challenging products. One of the things I wanted at the time was CV rebranding, LinkedIn optimization, because I was very clear. I'm a consultant at heart, right? I like to be very clear on why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I had those somewhere in my notes. Okay, this is where I'm joining John Rentop. You have access to certifications, lots of training. We have webinars. I'm currently on Temi Ajibewa's personal branding mastery program. And guess what? I didn't know anything about Temi Ajibewa. I learned about Temi Ajibewa from Join Momentum because we had a product at the time, Cash My Skills, and they organized a webinar and I was part of that webinar because I was always interested in knowing the best way to monetize my skills. And I joined the webinar, met Temi Ajibewa, and honestly, that's what I'm currently doing. So those are the kind of exposures you get from Join Momentum. It's been a fantastic experience. I was there for over a year, but of course I've got on to other things now. Thank you.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.
Okay. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Am I live? Because I'm not in control of the console tonight. And let me check on Instagram. Let me see what's going on Instagram. Okay, good. We are live on Instagram. And let me check on LinkedIn. If you are live, if you can see, please put a comment in the chat. Please, Taiwo, can you add me to the chat? I can't see the chat as well. If you can please add me to the chat. Okay, that would be helpful. Let me see people's chart. I can't see people's chart. Okay, so I want to know. Let me check on. Okay, we are live on LinkedIn. That's good. That's good. Tonight's topic is an interesting one, so I want to make sure that people get the most out of the conversation. As you can see, I'm sweating. It's sunny. It's hot. Well, not really hot, but yeah, getting hot. Okay. Let me see if you can hear me, if you can see my chat, say hello. Okay, live on YouTube. I can see somebody commenting. Oh, great. The comment seems to be working. Amazing. Okay, cool. All right, this is nice. Let me see how I can manage the slides tonight. I want to be sure that everybody can see what I'm doing, and I want to stay behind so let me move this. So, okay, thank you. Olushola, I can see your comment. That's good. Fantastic. If you're on Instagram, let me know if you can hear me live, loud and clear. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, let me know if you can hear me as well. Okay, good. All right, so let's get into it, and we'll make a start. It's kind of really hot in this room tonight, but we got to do what we got to do. Okay, so this is fun. I want to talk about profitable business ideas for immigrants. So, if you are an immigrant in wherever you are, whether in the UK, US, Canada, Russia, Australia, whatever, you find us, and as some of you already know, as most people know, I am a strong proponent for doing business. It is important you do business, especially as it relates to your career. And I always say to people, and just to correct, and I'll repeat it, your job, I'm not saying don't have a job. Your job is not the same as your career. Yeah? Your job and your career are not the same thing. Your job is a means to an end. You are earning a living, you are working, earning a salary to keep yourself going, pay your bills, pay your taxes, settle, and all that. But in addition to your job, you should have a business, right? You should have a business. That is the recommendation, and that is what I preach. Okay. I don't think I need to say too much about that. So if you are, sorry, I'm going to charge my computer. If you are new to my channel, just give me a second, guys. Okay, looking for my charger. There you go. Okay. So if you're new to my channel, you know that I always talk about the fact that it's important for you to build yourself up so that you can offer value, not just at your job, but you can offer value in exchange. Yeah, as in order to have multiple streams of income. Okay. So tonight I want to talk about some ideas. This is going to be in a couple of series, and the reason why I've chosen this topic is because in the last couple of weeks I've talked a lot about career changes, career navigation. We've talked about ideas on things you can do to avoid. I think the last one I talked about was how to avoid career frustration in the UK and anywhere else really. And somebody or a few people have said, oh, why don't you tell us about some of the business ideas that, as immigrants, we can get involved with as a way to earn an income. One of the things I said last time I was live is a way to make sure you're not frustrated when it comes to career is I suggested you should explore entrepreneurship. Explore entrepreneurship as a way to find a good balance. So if you can sell something, you can sell your skill, you can sell, a product, you can create a product, you can even resell somebody else's product. You can't create one. The most important thing is to be able to offer value that somebody is willing or will be willing to pay for. That way, it eases the pain or the stress of settling down or trying to build a career or get a job or something. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. Somebody says stupidity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So you've got to be willing and able to try your hands on different things until you find what works. Okay, until you find what works. Before I get too much into tonight, my YouTube channel is coming soon. Like I mentioned to you guys last time, I'm going to be on YouTube. I'm already on TikTok, so if you're on TikTok, look for me. But my YouTube channel is going to come live soon, and I will be uploading a lot of the materials that I've shared in the past, talks I've given, presentations, and all these events I've been to. They're going to be on my YouTube channel, so the team they're working on it, and we're going to be uploading a lot of those materials there, and you're going to be having access to them for free at no cost. So something to keep an eye on. Watch out for that, and I'm looking forward to announce that is live very, very soon. And today, like I said, we are talking about profitable business ideas for immigrants. All right. For those who do not know why we are here, this session is sponsored by Join Momentum. I am the Chief Product Officer at Join Momentum. Join Momentum is, we have a mission to accelerate digital talent and business productivity. We're doing this through practical work experiences. We're doing it through training, internships, and talent placement. Okay, so those are the three things we do in order to achieve two key objectives, which is accelerate digital talent and also accelerate productivity for businesses, business owners, and founders. Okay, through efforts that we are executing at Join Momentum, we then deliver innovative products and solutions that address the needs of users and also create value for our candidates who are learning with us and growing with us, our clients who are buying our products, and of course, our stakeholders. Okay. So that's Join Momentum. If you do not know, we have a careers website, so visit joinmomentum.co.uk. If you are interested in working with us, you can enroll for our career accelerator program, accelerator placement program, where you get 70% sponsorship. We sponsor you 70% of the cost of the program. The program itself is £5,000. And that means you're going to be working, you have a job. Automatically, you have a job, unpaid role job for a 6 months period where you go through a lot of training, a lot of coaching, a lot of mentoring, certifications, hands-on, working with brilliant, exceptional people from all over the world. So it's a really, really great program that I would recommend that people should sign up to. So check out on www.joinmomentum.co.uk and check out what it is that we do. I'm looking forward to work with you on that one. We have just recently launched our Growth Academy. So Growth Academy is a website where we create a lot of dynamic content for learning and growth. So check us out on growthacademy.joinmomentum.co.uk. So that's the link on the site of the website. So check us out, check some courses out. In fact, I'm hosting the product management mentorship program starting, and we are actually doing it on the platform. So that's what it looks like. So let's get into today. Something I want to do to lay the foundation of this topic and this series. And the first thing I want to talk about is conventional business ideas. When you're talking about business, right? I want to I'm trying to break it down and keep it really, really simple. But the way I'm going at it is to talk about it in two different ways. So the things I'll be sharing with you today are conventional business ideas and then unconventional business ideas. Why am I going at it like this? You'll see why in a minute. There is a difference in terms of some parameters between what is conventional and what's not conventional. And when you are an immigrant or you have just moved to a particular location, I'm talking to, for example, you just moved to the UK or you just moved to the US, and you're looking for how to settle and, earn a good income, build yourself up and all that type of things, pay your bills and all that stuff. It's important that you understand the dynamics, right? After doing your research, you understand what you want to do, you assess your skills, what you're able to deliver, look at the environment and all that stuff. The few things I want to call out is that when we talk about conventional business ideas, we're talking about market familiarity. These are well-known, widely accepted business models. So people commonly understand them and utilize them. Generally, they look at them as maybe traditional ways of making a living, right? And you'll see some examples that I'm going to talk about in a moment. So when we talk about market familiarity, conventional business models are like spot on. People understand, okay, that is, for example, you take a taxi. So a taxi is a way to live. If you want to move from here to here, you take a bus, transportation, right? So conventional business ideas, you have market familiarity. The risk generally, when we talk about conventional business models, the risk is generally, sorry, give me a second. The risk is generally higher when we talk about unconventional business models. With conventional business models, the risk is not that high. You understand it, you get it. Because of their novel nature, which can lead to a very much high level of uncertainty in terms of people understanding what it is, what are you doing, who are you targeting, what is your value proposition, so that can also affect profitability. When we talk about innovation, all right, unconventional business model require a high degree of innovation. So you need to be very creative, right? See me sweating. You see, someone is here. You can see a high level of creativity. You might need to use new technologies. You might need to think about how do we cater for new niche markets. You might need to repurpose old ideas and think about how do you present it in new ways, right? And with the advent of the internet, it's super important that if you're going to do any business, you have to really, really think creatively and be very innovative. Consumer acceptance can be challenging when you talk about another way to look at between what's conventional and what's not conventional business model. When it's unconventional, it might be difficult for your customers or consumers to accept what it is you're selling, except you're very innovative and very creative about it. Because these ideas are like new ideas and they may appear very niche to your average customer. Okay. Market familiarity wise, I mentioned this before. When you talk about unconventional business models, you're talking about introducing new concepts or new approaches. So they are not super recognized. They're not really, really well popular in the market. I'll give you an example. What we do at Join Momentum is unconventional. Yeah. And how did you get there? We tested different models. A lot of people are doing training. There's an influx of people as a result of massive layoffs and economic downturns and whatnot. Everybody's a coach. Many people are trainers. Many people pay for training. They don't get value for the training. They can't convert the training or the skills they've learned into actual work, right? So we have to think creatively and we have to think in a different way. How can we offer value? What are people really looking for? It's not just if you are selling information products, like you're selling a course or selling a training, yeah, okay. You get it. People buy the course, and that's the end of it. Whatever they do at the end of the course, whatever they do with the material or the information you're giving to them, it's up to them, right? But if you're really looking to sell transformation, you want people to actually get value, meaning when they take your training or they attend your program or they come in contact with your product, you want them to, there's a particular experience you want them to have. And that is the thing that determines whether you have sold or you have made an impact or not. Then you've got to think creatively and differently about your market. And it might come across as very unfamiliar. That's what we're saying. And that's what we're calling them unconventional business models. So I want to get into them. I've covered some of this already. Consumer acceptance. So the first one I'll talk about, I'll cover the conventional business, some examples. I want to give you a lot of examples because that is what the person asked for. Now, if you are in the chat and you are familiar with some of these business models or you're doing them already, Something happened to me today, and I want to say it here. Two people reached out to me today when they saw my post on my WhatsApp, and they said, "Oh, boss, we like what you're doing, and this is what we do as a business. Do you mind bringing us on your show, and let's talk about our business, and let's share our business with your audience?" And I thought, wow, that's brilliant, isn't it? So if you are in any of these businesses I'm mentioning, or if you are a founder or you're a business owner and you want me to feature you to talk about your business model and what it is you do on this talk show, please send me a message or message my team. I'm going to have one of my series. We're going to start catering for entrepreneurs and business owners, and we're going to be looking to feature you on this talk show. You need to bring your A game, of course. I'm not going to restrict myself to immigrants, but predominantly if you're an immigrant and you're a business owner or you're a founder or you are an entrepreneur, send me a DM, tell me, introduce your business, tell me. I mean, on LinkedIn, I cannot accept invitations anymore. I've reached the maximum, but just still send me an email or send me a message, and I will make sure myself or my team, so we can arrange something where we can showcase your business. Okay, so that is because something happened to me. Two people reached out to me today and said, "Oh, we want to can we feature our business on your platform?" I don't mind. It's absolutely cool with me, and that's the reason why I'm doing this, to give and to support and to help entrepreneurs and business owners to get value, to get visibility, and also to encourage people, because I know doing business is not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted. I must tell you that. I have failed in business and I've succeeded in ventures, so I know how it is. There's ups and downs all the time. So you've got to have the heart for it, but you can learn what it takes. It's not an innate ability or people bring it from wherever. You learn it, and the learning is in the doing, right? You can't learn it by just taking a course and that's it. You've got to do it, apply yourself before you go. So the first business idea, anyway, for today is ethnic restaurant or cafe. Ethnic restaurant or cafe. Is anybody on my live now that knows anyone doing this business, or you are considering this type of business? Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Let me know in the chat or the comments. You can. This is something that I believe that immigrants should consider. And the people you are going to be targeting, if you're doing this kind of business, you want to be targeting locals or other immigrants or tourists. I'll give you an example. In a place like, I don't know, in a place like London, for example, if you are selling, I mean, there are places where people sell like jollof rice as for Nigerians or Africans, and jollof rice is like a global brand now, yeah, out of Africa. So everybody wants to have a taste of jollof rice. Now, in your local community, can you do something? I'm not saying you have to make jollof rice except you're Nigerian, of course. But can you do something similar? Can you do something along those lines where people know that if they want to have a taste of, that special pepper soup or something nice, your brand or your business is what they will remember. Now, what is good about this as well is that now with the power of this platforms like Just Eat or Deliveroo, where you can actually create and set up your business, yeah, and you can do delivery of food. Yeah, of course, you need some important skills to be able to pull this off. If you're not a good cook, then this is none of your business. If you don't know anything about cooking or understand, you don't have to be the one doing the cooking. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying that at least you should have an understanding of what it is to, make food, serve food, customer service when it comes to food, management of staff. If you have people that are doing your cooking and your dishing and your delivery, if you understand, you'll be able to manage people and manage customer expectations. If people are unhappy about something, because you're not always going to be perfect, are you? So food, ethic restaurant or cafe is a very, very good way to earn. And you don't need a lot of money to start. In fact, I have put the funding requirement here. I was going to put some pictures, but I thought, no, let's just keep it simple. And I really want to talk about it. Okay, I can see somebody in the chat saying, I considered it, but I haven't had the balls to start. Okay, that's fair enough. Listen, I want to encourage you. Let me see who that is. Owolabi. If this is something you're considering, whether one day, somehow you're going to have to start. Yeah, you're going to have to start. Do your research, check in your locality. You don't have to start massive. You don't have to start big, right? That's another thing that a lot of people, you have this false sense of starting like, oh, I don't have this. I don't have that. I'm not perfect. Don't try to be perfect to start. Don't wait until you have everything together. With what you know and what you have, start. Even if it is one or two or three things on your menu, just start and put the word out. In fact, before you even start cooking, make samples of your food and take it to the local charity, take it to the church, distribute it to people, let them taste it, let them give you feedback, let them write on your YouTube page or your Google page or whatever, Instagram page, and give you comment to say, this is amazing. And that is enough for you to start. Get 10 people to give you feedback, positive reviews, stick them on your Instagram page and put nice pictures of your food and what you serve in your local area. Make small cards and just take it to nice places where people can get contact about your product or your service or your food or catering business. And that's it. You're in business. You're in business. I mean, I'm a tech person. Listen, I know people that I've coached in tech, and today they are doing tech and they are doing cafe business. I follow them on Instagram. I like their food. I fact, some of them I campaign and I promote for them. Am I making sense? So don't think like, oh, because I have a job, then I shouldn't be doing business. Even if as you're looking for that job, then be putting something in place that can earn you extra cash, keep you going. Okay. A couple of things to watch out for anyway. When you talk about ethnic restaurant and cafe, you have to watch out for things like cultural preferences. Okay. And then you have to look out for like dietary restrictions of people. Because that is super important to you. If there are also regulations or regulatory requirements that you need to satisfy, I believe, for example, if you're going to get on Deliveroo or Just Eat or one of these platforms or Uber Eats, you think you need to get like the local council to accredit that your kitchen or your cooking space is safe or something like that. Yeah. So just do your research. And if you can't get on Deliveroo or Uber or one of those platforms, start small. Start from your local church. Cook once a week. I know people way back my days in Manchester. One time every Sunday is when they make their delicacy, because that is the time that Africans gather together in their local church and they sell to them. And they make 50, 100, 200, 500, whatever pounds. They make it once a week. And the consistency over time, people start thinking, oh, hang on, I've eaten this food. I've ordered this food on Sunday. I need to order for Monday, Tuesday, before next Sunday. Before you realize it, you are getting deliveries, orders that actually take you beyond just one time a week. I don't know if I'm making sense. So start. Yeah, you're still trying to study the environment. Yeah, amazing. Send me a DM. Let me know if you need any help. I can see your comment on Instagram. Definitely. I'll move on to the next one. The next one is cleaning services. Cleaning services. Now, guys, let me say this very quickly. When I talk about business, I am talking about your ability to deliver value, not necessarily your ability to be the one doing the work. So as a business owner, you need to think about, how can I deliver this value in order to get paid for it? And then how do I systemize my operations in my business such that I can maximize the number of things I can produce? Okay, so when you are doing business, you are not trying to create another job for yourself so that you can now become so overwhelmed or trying to multiply yourself in many places. Of course, in the early days of the business, it might be that you have to do many things, wear many hats, but at the back of your mind, you need to start thinking about systems. Okay, I'm saying this because cleaning services is a big one. It's a huge one. And it's a massive industry that a lot of people are not really looking into. And I think a lot of immigrants have a huge opportunity in this space, and you should consider it. Who are the people you are targeting? There's so many businesses that need help with cleaning services, right? Homeowners need help with cleaning services. I mean, I know a number of times my wife here has had to like hire cleaners to help with the home because she's a career woman, she's busy, and she doesn't have the time to always clean up the house. So she wants the house, the home sparkling clean, and she has little ones, she has children. So she pays a subscription to a company, and the company supplies a number of cleaners who come in every week or every other week, and they clean up the place, right? And that saves her time, because that time she doesn't have, she's paying for it for somebody to come and do that for her. And there's so many opportunities and so many people that need this kind of services. Small businesses, right? They need help with making sure their offices are clean so that they can focus on the core of their business. All right. So if you are thinking about doing this kind of business, or you know anything about cleaning, facilities management, honestly, this is one for you. This is one for you. The skills required, honestly, is just cleaning, ability to organize, and you need to be able to do customer relations. In any of these businesses I'm talking about, guys, one of the biggest, you notice something consistent, is the ability to manage customers, ability to manage expectations. You need to be able to manage people's expectations and relate with them. Okay, relate with them. I'll move on very quickly. If anybody has questions, please put them in the chat. Let me check. I'm keeping my eyes on Instagram, but I'm not looking at every other platform. But I will check. Okay, I can see the chat here. Okay, that's good. So let me know if you have questions, or if there's anything in particular you would like me to address. Okay, let's move on very quickly. I think I've got a few more to share. This one is beauty salon or barber shop. Guys, when I go to the barbering salon, I know how much I pay. It varies. I mean, in the UK, is from, I think, £20 to 30 to 40 to 50, if depending on what you're doing, right? When my daughters fix their African style and they do their hair and do all sorts, it's a lot of money. Yeah, it's money. If you have a skill when it comes to beauty, yeah, haircuts, fixing ladies' hair, or you have a thing for makeup, making ladies look beautiful for their parties, for their events, for their occasions, or you have a very good gift when it comes to like cosmetology and all that type of stuff, where you can help people who are maybe doing drama or doing movies. You can apply to make up the artists for their shoots. Honestly, guys, you'll be in business. You are in business. If you have these skills and you don't know where to apply them, send me a DM. Yeah, I'll give you a head start. Okay, listen, the target audience here are people in your locality. Let me give you an example. One of the things I struggle with is time to visit the barbers to cut my hair, right? If I have a service where somebody who's very good with haircuts can offer home service just as a little premium beyond what I normally would pay at the salon, right? Honestly, and even if they offer it on a subscription-based service, I will pay for it. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah, because it will save me time thinking about, I need to fix my hair, I need to cut my hair, I need to make sure that my beards are in shape, so I don't appear like Moses and Aaron with the long beards, right? I need to make sure my hair is cut and trimmed. But I have to make out time to go and sit down at the salon and wait on the queue, right? And then I have to explain and spend time with so many. And I do that, but because I have to. But imagine that I have a local service around here telling me that, hang on, we'll come to your house whenever you want. Give us 24, 48 hours notice. We'll come and cut your hair, and you have to pay a subscription on a monthly basis and you can do a maximum of 2 or 3 haircuts in a month. And if you have to do more than that, then we charge you for the additional service. or if you have an event, pay us in advance, or tell us, notify us in advance, and we'll come and cut your hair at the time that's convenient for you, and you just book in the calendar. I think there's some apps that do that, but they're not. I don't see a lot of them around here. Most of them are in London, right? I don't know how successful they are, but the truth is, you don't need to make these things too complex. You don't even need too much technology to make them happen. People just need to know that they can do this home service, cut people's hair, make people's hair, make them look beautiful, right? And you're in business. What do you need to start? In fact, I can almost say very, very minimal. I don't know why I put 10K here. 10K is too much. You don't need 10K to do this. Funding required, I'll probably say less than $2,000 or whatever. You'll be able to get all the materials and ready to go, right? And this is a very good business model that I would recommend if you have the skills for it. The skills are cosmetology, of course, makeup, or this, what's it called, haircuts. Customer service is super important. You can see that is a regular. You need to know what is, for example, the things you should watch out for. You need to know what are the cultural hairstyles that people want. A lot of people, for example, sometimes when they ask me, what do you want on your head? I don't know. So I have to Google and find out, which one will look nice. So just Google it and check. But if I have a service that tells me, oh, by the way, if you're like this, or if you can choose from here, you can check this catalog, you can pick from here, and they give me all of that without me having to worry about, oh, what should my hair look like? What kind of hairstyle do I want this time? Or trying to decide for my daughter, what kind of hairstyle should we choose now? It's just a lot of hassle. Take that hassle away, make it easier for them. Think creatively and innovatively about how you can take away the things that bother people. They will pay you for it, they will reward you for it. And the reward can not necessarily come in terms of maybe charging extra. It might come in terms of they prefer to use your service than any other person's service, right? So you have brand loyalty, you have customer loyalty, you have retainership. I know some people that my wife has consistently signed them up, that they are the ones that will make our daughter's hair or fix our daughter's hair. Why? It's not because there are other people have not tried it. It's for I don't know, for certain reasons. Maybe the consistency, maybe the children love them, maybe they treat the children better, maybe I don't know. But I'm just saying, think about what will make you different from every other beauty parlor or beauty or barber shop. Yeah. Okay. Let me check the chart. Anyone try this? Anyone with skills in makeup artists? I'm looking at makeup artists. Ladies have skills for makeup artists, but the thing is, a lot of them would rather have somebody come and do their makeup than do it themselves. Tell me if I'm lying or not in the chat. Okay, I'll move on. Childcare services. How much time do I have left? Let me just be conscious of my time. I want to share some unconventional ones. Let me see if I have. Okay, I can do that. Okay, childcare. Childcare is a big thing. Especially, I live in the UK. Childcare is a big deal, and I'm sure in Canada, in the United States, and anywhere in the world, childcare is a big business. It's big business. Yeah. So the people who need your help, who need your services, are parents that are working. Or single household, working single working moms, or single working dads, right? Or family or parents who are busy and they need help with someone to help with their children. Childcare is big business. So, but the difference with this one here is you probably need some sort of licensing, maybe some clearance or some certifications to be able to do this. But if this is something that you are super interested in or you have a skill for, I would say definitely, I'll definitely consider it. Go for it. I know people that I can think of who do really well just because they have a natural flair for looking after children, right? So check out what it takes. And you look around you see that in your local mosque or the local charity or in your local church, So many people have kids and they are struggling. The dad will go in the morning on morning shift, and then the wife stays with the children, and then the father comes out, the wife goes out on the night shift, and the cycle continues, and the children have it. But if you offer a service that brings some sort of stability, and you help them to raise their kids with some really good values and education, and they are not losing touch, that because their parents are working, and the parents can see that the way you raise or support or help their children is something they love, and the children love what. Look at McDonald's. Yeah, not McDonald's. The reason why McDonald's is selling, because they're selling to children. So children love McDonald's, and then as a result, the parents don't end, all the parents end up eating McDonald's. Am I making sense? So children business, seriously. I mean, jokes apart, children business is big business. Okay, children business is business, big business. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I would say that if you are one of those people that you have maybe worked in a daycare, nursery, or you have experience as a teacher, or you have done some work with children before, definitely, and you have now immigrated to another country, this definitely is something you should consider. Check out the requirements. There are some licensing needs that you need to have. You need to be DBS cleared, for example, no criminal records and all that type of stuff. And you check for insurance, liability, to make sure that if anything happens, there are no accidents and whatnot, and you're good to go. You're good to go. Again, this is about value creation, right? This is not about turning yourself into a machine. I can always say this. Yeah, this is about creating value. Let me check. Sorry, my Instagram just went off. Okay, I'm back on Instagram. Guys, if you are thinking about any of these business ideas, or you just joined me, I shared a few things at the beginning, and I'm going to try and repeat them towards the end. So childcare is a very good one. So you have to look for skills like first aid. You need a lot of patience, of course, to work with children. I mean, my own children, the noise sometimes can drive you nuts, isn't it? So you need special knack. You have it in you, or you have to be a person with a lot of patience to be able to do this kind of business. The last one, I believe, in this conventional area is clothing and tailoring. Yeah, clothing and tailoring. A lot of people, when they move abroad, they need help with clothing and tailoring. I know Africans who need, especially ladies, who need to make custom designs of clothes and whatnot, and they still have to go online. They have to go order from Africa to ship them abroad. Am I making sense? Imagine you can take that. If you have a skill in that area, you understand fashion trends. You don't have to be the one doing the tailoring, but you are able to do the. I know you can offer them different design options. In fact, there are platforms now where you can just, if you're a good designer, you can just make nice designs. They make it for you. You upload your designs to their portal, and they sell for you as e-commerce, similar to the likes of Etsy and the Glow and all the other platforms like that. And they'll be selling for you. They'll be promoting your product, just like Amazon will sell for you as well, right? All you have to do is make sure that you upload your custom designs, and then you spread the word. Spread the word. So clothing and tailoring is a very good one. Fashion is always going to be one area where people have needs, right? So you need skills like tailoring, understanding, like, for example, what does size dimensions mean? That's something I still don't understand. You know, when you look at shoe size, UK, EU, US, they're all different, but they have. So you need to know what those things mean. If somebody says I want size 8, what does that translate to? You know, in is size 8 UK or US? You see, I don't know, right? So it's not my area of business. But like I said, you need to understand these things. You need to understand fashion design, and you need to be able to sell. You need to be able to sell. Okay, I'll move on very quickly. My time is running up. Guys, if you are in any of these business areas and you want me to, feature you on this platform, I said some people have reached out to me earlier today. Entrepreneurs and business owners, they reach out to me on WhatsApp, and they've said, oh, let us come and talk about our business on your platform. We like what you're doing. Please send me a DM or email my team, and we'll set something up. I'm looking to do this more and more, and to give exposure and clarity for entrepreneurs and business owners as time goes by. All right, so I want to quickly cover some very unconventional business models where you need to think creatively, where you need to come up with new ideas or think about how can I do this better. Now, the first one is online tutoring. Now, I do this, as you probably can tell, a lot. And I am already not only doing this, my team, we have even created a platform, which I talked about earlier, called Growth Academy. The platform is designed to help other people like myself who are coaches and trainers to do better and make more money in online tutoring business. So this one here is honestly very easy. The barrier for entry is low. You can see the funding required is minimal, like almost nothing. If you want to go big, you probably then need maybe about 5,000 to do, like if you need to set up like a studio, if you want to have like maybe gadgets and recording materials and all that type of stuff. But truthfully, you don't need a lot to get started. Good computer, good camera with internet, you can take off. Yeah, you can take off with this one. Now, the thing about this though is that the people you are targeting are students or heritage learners or people like yourself who want to learn certain skills or certain things. So you need to think creatively about how do I present or how do I make sure I come across in a way that the people I'm trying to sell to or the people I'm trying to target will prefer what I do compared to others. How do I become unique in doing this? Okay. So online tutoring is a good one. If you have the skill, in fact, there's so many people that I have coached, I have trained, over the years, they are now training. They are teaching the same thing that I teach. They are coaching anything I coach, and everybody is happy. Everybody is doing okay. Am I making sense? So online tutoring is unconventional. You need to be a bit more innovative, more creative. You need to be able to explain and break down complex ideas into, like, decompose things into something that people can understand and easily digest. Are we together? So I'm saying something on my WhatsApp. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, so the next one is podcasting. Podcasting. Now, this one, you know that you see a lot of people on YouTube doing this already, and they're cashing out because what are they doing? They're sharing immigrant experiences in the foreign place wherever they have relocated to. So if you have a good phone, you are good at making voiceovers, you have good audio editing skills, you can interview people. If I've seen some examples on like TikTok where people just walk to people on the road and say, what do you do for a living? Tell us about what do you do here, and blah, blah, blah. And those kind of videos go like that because everybody wants to know what it's like living in London, what it's like living in Amsterdam, what is it like living in Norwich, all right? So if you have the skill or a knack for this kind of thing where you can do podcasts on things like immigrant experiences, or whether experiences could be things like nature, food, anything, environment, whatever, just anything about the experience that people have, the transportation, what are they struggling with? I know people that focus mainly on visa and immigration, and that's what they do. They just podcast on that throughout, and they are doing okay. I know people who podcast mainly on food, and it's just food. People who podcast on fashion. Just so you can pick a niche or pick an area, but make sure that it's something you like. People would like to listen to you, and not that you come across as boring and people like, who is this one, right? So you want to come across as engaging. You can edit those things. There are apps you can use on your phone now that you can use to edit your audio, and you can narrate. You can make cooking videos and narrate to it. Or people can make videos and you can narrate for them so that they can put it on their own platforms. Just because they are cooking, they don't know how to make those videos, you can do it for them. All right? So I've put dollars here, guys. Please, by all means, this doesn't mean that you have to. You can think about it in pounds or in whatever. I was maybe lazy me. I probably should have just added some other equivalents of Canadian or US or UK pounds or whatever to it. Maybe the next time I'll do that. But bear with. Okay, the last one I believe for tonight is eco-friendly traditional products. Now, the reason why I added this one is because I've noticed, and this is things I'm sharing, and I'm sharing based on my own personal experiences and my own engagement with business owners and founders, and things that I struggle with myself on a day-to-day basis, that I see people around me also struggle with, or needs that I've seen people have. Africans, Asians, we have a desire for things like traditional products, yeah, herbs, fashion, our food, right? Our food, vegetables, the tropical type of fruits that you get in Africa, you can get here. The tropical type of items that people will, pay a lot of money for just to make sure that it arrives. Yeah, they have it in their kitchen or they have it in their fridge, just because they're African. Yeah, you can make a lot of money as someone who is distributing or creating bespoke services selling these products, right? You want to sell and target people who are conscious of the economic environment. There are some people that the only type of food they want to eat if they have a choice. As a result of relocation, or they live in a particular country, now they don't have access to those things, or they pay premium for them. That they don't mind paying premium for them because they know that they can have access to them, right? I'll give you an example. My wife loves plantain. Yeah, she likes to. In fact, if there's no plantain in our storage, it's a problem. I'm not a plantain person, right? But for my own peace and sanity, I want to make sure that she has access to a plantain. So if she says, "Darling, wherever you are, please stop there and I'll go and look for the plantain." Am I making sense? That's just an example. And then imagine people who are looking for herbal products or food items or particular type of costume or particular type of dress or particular pattern of hairstyle or things that are super unique and called traditional. And you can basically sell these things to places where you even go regularly. In fact, it's not hard to know these things. Look at your own needs, and you can almost mimic the needs of people who are like you in your locality. Am I making sense? So you can look at every time you have to order some type of hairstyles to be able to make your daughter's hairs. You think everybody that has a daughter in your locality is not having the same challenge? Of course they are. Of course they are. That's your market right there, right? You have things like, oh, I have to order a particular type of maybe wares or shoes or whatever it is, or costume. The people like you have the same needs. So you need to identify and belong to those. And this is in line with some of the things I've been saying. To build your career, to build a business, you need to make sure that you align yourself to a community of whether fellow business people or fellow, ethnic communities or cultural communities. Find them, belong to them. It will really help you and expose you to these ideas. Okay, let me see the chat. Guys, are you enjoying the conversation tonight? Let me know. See a lot of people on and off. Okay, 20 people on Instagram. Let me see, who are these people on and off. Okay, so if you have questions, I'm happy to take your questions. As I begin to wrap up tonight, I think my time, they soon kick me out of the studio. So guys, the people who have applied to my 4-week product management mentorship program, expect a mail. We're starting next week. Sorry, there have been some delays, but we're starting next week. So expect a message directly from me. If you're a lady, you have applied, you're from Africa, I told you the 10 people that I'm working with. So those people will be with me over the next 4 weeks. We're going to be spending time together on understanding and mastering the art of product management. And also, If you are a church or you run a charity, you can also reach out to me because I'm doing some work in partnership with churches and charities across the UK. I'm planning to support you, myself and my team, to support you with career enrichment and business development workshops. And they are free. You don't pay anything for them. So please send a message to myself, send a message to someone on my team, send me a DM. I'm working with churches all over the UK and charity and cultural groups across cultural. That's a spelling error there. Cultural, not cultural. Cultural groups across the UK. All right, so that's it from me tonight. I want to bring more business ideas to you, but if you have really enjoyed what I have shared with you tonight and you have questions around any of these ideas, please feel free. And finally, if you have a business you're already doing and you want me to help amplify your business by showcasing your business on this show, I will be more than happy to do that. I'm not charging you, so don't think, oh, he's going to charge me a lot. No, so I'm doing this to help. I want to give back. So please reach out, and definitely myself and somebody from my team will be more than happy to help you. On that note, my time is up. I'll be wrapping up. Thank you for staying with me tonight. If you've really enjoyed it, send me a DM, send me a chat. Let me know if you are getting value from this live audience series since we started. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you. Oh, somebody mentioned something. Oh, sorry. Let me read this question before I go. I just seen a question on YouTube. Let me address it. I was actually looking out for business like Airbnb and anything relating to investing in real estate and caravan business. Please, do you have any idea on this? Yes, I do. In fact, you know what's interesting? One of the people that reached out to me today is someone that is into real estate business. In fact, we are doing real estate business together. And is managing some of my properties as well. So please, maybe my next series, I will touch on this type of business. These are some of the unconventional business models that I want to touch on. But thank you for bringing this up. In fact, send me a DM, Olushola Oyejiola, please send me a DM. I'll share my ideas and my thoughts with you privately. And whenever, maybe my next talk show, I will expose and give more information about Airbnb or anything related to investing or doing real estate business. I mean, I know as far as the UK, I'm sure when I bring this other person also, hopefully in the coming weeks, he will also share his business and how you can get involved and participate. Like I tell people, the real business is real estate. So whatever business you do, whether you are doing everything I've been mentioning and talking about, at the end of the day, one of the ways you want to make sure that you're locking down your investment and securing your future and building wealth, generational wealth, not money for you now, you're building for your future. Real estate is one sure way. So I really want to talk about that in one of these series, but you can see we are taking the flight and we are going gradually. So thank you so much, Oyeyola Olushola, for bringing this up. I will send me a DM as well, please, or reach out to my team, and I will share with you personally. And my next talk show, I will make sure that we cover that in the coming episode. Until I see you again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a good evening, and God bless. Bye, everyone. Over to you, please. Time.
Welcome to Join Momentum, where we're not just a company, but a community of digital innovators. At Join Momentum, our mission is simple yet powerful: to accelerate digital talents and business productivity through practical work experiences, trainee internships, and talent placement. We believe in the transformative power of hands-on experience and mentorship, so all our associates learn by doing, not just theories. Through these efforts, we build innovative products and solutions that address user needs and create value for our candidates, clients, and stakeholders. You can partner with us in our mission to accelerate digital talents and increase business productivity by working with us, hiring our talents, or investing in us. This is Join Momentum.